Hello, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing Lego City set number 60258, the Tuning Workshop. This is actually a live broadcast, but will be recorded and subsequently uploaded to YouTube. And the reason I'm doing it live is because I just haven't got enough room on my phone to for the length that this video is likely to be. I just haven't got enough room for the footage to be on my phone, so I've decided to stream this review live for that reason. So there's rather a lot to go through. First thing I want to talk about is the instructions. Now, as Lego likes to do, they include 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instruction manuals, and they look all together like this. There's one tiny one, number 2 is that size, as is number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, I really wish, and especially this year with the price of Lego going up, that they would just stop doing all these separate instruction booklets for one set and make it one big booklet. That it would just be so much simpler, but I'm assuming it's more cost effective for Lego to do it like that. Hence the reason they keep doing it, although to me it doesn't make much sense, but there you go. But they're the instruction manuals, I should say. So what to look at first? Well, there's a lot of things that are separate. We'll look at this first. This is closest. So this is like some sort of Hotrod basic custom car. Again, fairly nice. The only thing I don't really like about this is the fact that the wheels look so different that they almost look like they don't belong to the same car. If you sort of know what I mean. Whereas this is completely different to this, because of the way it works. It goes along like this at an angle. Because these wheels are bigger than these, but I don't know. It just makes it look a little bit odd. That's the only thing I don't particularly like about that one. But you've got doors that open up and close. The detail on the interior there is nice enough. The amount of stickers as well that were in this set were ridiculous, especially for the price. But I'll talk a bit more about that at the end of the video. Where and where possible. When and where possible, I will point out where the stickers are. So there's a sticker on the back there, and I think that's the only one for this. But you can place minifigures inside if you want. I will go ahead, put this guy in there, so you can see what a minifigure looks like inside, which is nice. So that car there is probably my least favourite part of the entire set, I would say. So we'll put that to the side because we've looked at that. I'm just going to roll off the table. Next we'll look at the smart car. So this, the idea with this is that it's one of the used cars that's being sold, but I'll talk a bit more about that later on. But it's, a standard smart car build from Lego. It has the connector at the back for the trailer over here. I'll show what that looks like later on. But yeah, this is a sticker. This number plate or registration plate at the front is a sticker. The doors open and you can fairly easily put a minifigure in. The top of the car comes off, and we'll put the lady in here that I believe... we've actually got a comment live. I'll try and have a look at that. Hang on, how do I do that? I don't know. There's nothing in the chat, but I believe it. I don't know how I look at that, because I am actually just going on one device as I'm doing this, because as I mentioned I haven't actually got enough room to record it on my phone, so I'm having to do the review live, but so she's not going to fit in with her money. But you can get a figure in there. I will reply to any comment on this video after I've finished it, after I finish the stream, just because I am relying on just one device. I can't like look at a laptop or whatever while doing it, because I haven't got a working computer at the moment. I am just using an iPhone 7 for this, so I apologize if somebody says something and I miss it. Dr. McBrick says no worries. Oh, thanks. Thank you for that. Okay. Right. So yeah, it looks nice enough. You know, there's no window in the back, but it kind of has a little space spot in the boot or trunk there. Yeah, decent mini car. Not mini car. It is a mini car, but smart car. There we go. So I'll pop that over there. I'll talk about this and the, you know, the trailer and the used car segment of this later on, and we'll look at the figure. All the figures we'll look at later on as well. So we'll put her over there for now with her little £100 note, or I don't think they do a £100 note, or $100 bill, or whatever you want to call it. So next we'll look at this. Which is like some, it's a pretty cool looking car actually. The build, was it this one? Yeah, the build was, it wasn't particularly different, but it felt, it might just be me, but it felt fresh and different while I was doing it. Which might seem a bit strange because I don't think there is anything particularly different. But I recall as I was actually building this that it felt quite different. When I was putting it together. Again, it might just be how I was feeling at the time, I'm not sure, but there you go. So it's a nice looking car. The wheels, I don't know, especially the front wheels, they look a little bit small in proportion to the rest of it. Maybe that might just be me again, but anyway, so you can take the top off. All these vehicles roll perfectly fine as well. There's no problems or issues with them rolling. And you can take a figure, of course, and they can sit inside. As I say, we will take a look at all the figures in detail later on. Like that. Easy enough. Like that. And then this is also a sticker. The registration plate. And I believe all the registration plates are different. There's not one that's the same, which is really... a really nice attention to detail. I don't know if they've done that before, and I think actually, yeah, if you notice on the registration plate, it will have the first two initials, whether they be numbers or letters. I think they're all letters actually, but then it actually just has the set number 60258, which again is quite a nice attention to detail. So again, nice car. They use those clip connectors. I don't know what they're called, actually. I apologise for that. But they use them to simulate wing mirrors. Same with the smart car. These, oh yes, these are also stickers along the side here, these detailings. I mean, they do add to it and make it look rather nice. But they are only stickers. I wish they were printed. And I'll get more into talking about printing and pricing and... things at the towards the end, but you know. Anyway, right, moving on. So the next thing we'll look at is this. Slightly odd. I'm not sure why they felt the need to put a big rocket propelling engine on the back of this. I mean, it still stands up, I believe, as it falls apart. Still stands up. Still stands up perfectly fine. You know, no problem. I thought it might actually be a little bit back heavy, just looking at the pictures before I actually picked it up and built it all together. I thought it might be back heavy, but it's not. It stands fine. And again, you can take a figure I've got them with loads of shovels and welding torches and things at the moment, but we'll just take them out. And I'm not going to clip his hands on because it's going to take a long time to get off, but you can put figures on. And this one, he is a named character. I forget his name, but it's, hang on, I'm just looking at the box. It's Harl Hubbs. Harl Hubbs, and he and one other character, but we'll talk about that a bit later, are the only two named characters in the set. You get 7 minifigures in total, and there are only 2 of them that are named. I'm not sure why that is. If somebody does know, please let me know. But he also comes with a black helmet and visor, and that comes in the same bag as you're putting this together, so that he can have safety. His head can be very safe, even though he's not wearing any outward protective clothing. He's still got a helmet, so that's cool. So just put that to the side because we've looked at that. What should we look at next? You do get this, and I keep saying I'll show you later, but I might forget 1 or 2 things. But you get this, which is just a lift that you put the car on, and then you press it and it lifts up. I'll try and show how that works later on. I'm saving this for last because it's kind of my favourite thing, to be honest. So next, yeah, let's look at this next. So this is the tow truck. The tow truck looks very, very nice. Again, the build for this tow truck was nice enough. Pretty what you'd expect, I think, really. At this point, we'll focus on the back portion of it first. So this is the hook where you can put a car. If I just move the figures out of the way, I'll just show that off now. So you can see how that works. So we'll use this car here, and you would hook it on the front, and then this kind of lifts up like that, and there you go. Although bearing in mind this car is just a little bit, it might just be my table actually. Now unfortunately this car here is just a little bit too it just catches the bottom of the table at the back there, which is a bit unfortunate. But that's a shame. But it just, you can put, I believe all the cars you could put on there, so we'll try another one. Don't know whether, nah, that one won't fit, the smart car. Could perhaps get this one on. Yeah, you can get that one on. That one works better. That works a lot better. So that's that. And you can position this up here or whatever, and then to kind of put it away, you just kind of leave it like that at the back. So stickers for this is this one up here, which again is nice detail. I like the detail. I just wish it was a printed piece. This here, JM60258, is the registration of this vehicle, and it's another sticker. You've got these little cabinets at the side, which have, I'm assuming these are supposed to be like little cones that go out, to cordon something off. I'm assuming that's what they are. But there's one in the other side as well. They just seem a little bit small. You've got a hammer and a wrench on the other side as well. So that's a tow truck. And again, the details inside, you can see that console, well, not console, but that detail in there is a printed piece. And you can, of course, put a figure inside. I'll just show you what that looks like. Like that. So that's cool. Whoops. So that is the tow truck. Before I forget, I'll just show you how this works. So the idea is that you take this lift here, you roll the car over it, whichever way it best fits. I'm not sure. I don't think that one will work, actually. I think it's intended really for this one. And you take the car, put it over some way, like that, and then you push down here, and it kind of lifts the car. You kind of have to position it just right, I guess, but there you go. That's kind of the idea. And then you could have a minifigure go underneath and do some work. So that's the idea of that. Before I forget to show it, there were just actually some flame. I don't know whether you could see on the camera, but there were some flames coming from these like exhaust pipe things here as well. Detailing on this one. So next, we'll take a look at the Caravan. I don't know what you call it. The sales, used car sales hut, whatever you want to call it, trailer. And we'll bring in the little smart car as well, just to show. So I think the idea here is that our used car, wherever he is, where's he gone? Is he at the back here? He is. So our used car salesman stands here with his one car that he appears to be selling. I don't know whether he owns any of the other vehicles in the set, but the nice thing about this is that actually I think he's selling his own car, because if you take this off, that's just held on to this little thing with this here, and then these pieces used as a ramp. This detail here is a sticker, hot offer, 50% hot offer. Okay. So that's just a very simple build. But the actual thing itself can connect. You can lift this up and it will connect to this car, so it can be towed and pulled along, which is nice. Again, another nice little attention to detail. And then when you want to separate it, you just pull that thing down. And it's back up and running again. So with his one car, that I'm assuming is his own car that he's selling, but yeah, so the hut itself is nice. You've got a door here. This is a sticker, as is this. The used cars. Open the door up. You can't really see much in there. You can see the window and a chair in there, maybe. But the way that you go into this, you don't actually lift the top of the thing off. What they've done is they've done it so I perhaps would have preferred them maybe to just put one of the orange tiles there rather than this, but you get hold of this and just lift it up, and then you've got much better access. You've got a mug there, or a cup, the chair or the seat, and we have in this little cabinet, I'm assuming what's in this little cabinet here, you get two of them. They're like, let's see if I can get them out. I'm not going to try and get it back in now, but you've got a little thing. Now, I'm assuming this is supposed to be a car key, because I think on the box he's handing this over to the lady with the money. So I'm assuming this is supposed to be a car key, although to me it looks nothing like it. But I'm not entirely sure what they're supposed to be if they're not car keys. So I said I'm not going to try and get it back in, but I think I can do it. There we go. So there is that, and then underneath you've got the wheels. I don't know if they're new wheels. I've certainly never had those wheels before, but there might be old existing ones that that I just haven't seen before. I'm not sure. So before we get on to the main event, I'm going to show you my favourite little detail of this set, which is this hut, this dog hut, or the dog house, or the whatever you want to call it. Very nice. This is a sticker. with the dog's name. You've got a bowl outside with a sausage inside. You've got some tree detail in there. And the little kennel, or whatever you want to call it, is a nice build. Got some of those profile bricks to give it some texture. It's simple enough. It's a simple enough thing, but I think it looks really nice. And then the star of that whole scene is this, which is a brand new piece, and I believe it only appears in one other set for 2020, which is the police station. I think it's a different colour of this mould as well. It's a dual moulded piece. If you look underneath, you can see the blue for the collar going through underneath, with some nice printing and paint detail on the face. Yeah, nice new dog mould, bulldog, very cool. Really like it. You've got the one stud connection on the top as well, but yeah, really love this new dog mould. And when I first actually saw pictures of the set, I didn't actually straight away notice that dog. It was only when I was looking at the pictures again that I happened to notice it. So that was really cool. So that is my absolute favourite part of the set. But moving on to the main event, you do actually get this little racing flag thing. I'm not entirely sure what they include that for, but there you go. You get that. And that is a printed piece, before I forget to mention. That is printed on both sides, so that is not a sticker, which is nice. So the other nice printed pieces and details that you get are these welding masks. And these are very nice. You get a red, blue, and all the detail on there is printed. And they're on these newer style of helmet pieces so that they can actually lift up on a minifigure. So if I bring in this one over here and just demonstrate one of these, you can see that they look really good, and then they lift up like a proper welding helmet. So that's really nice. I think the old welding helmets that they had in like some of the CMF series and things, they didn't actually flip up like that. So that's it's really nice that they've updated those. So you get those. You do of course get a welding kit with the gas or fuel, whatever, and the torch. You get some other things like a wrench, a broom, the red fire extinguisher that comes in a lot of sets, a shovel. You know, some cool little details there, and these all fit into the main build of the tuning workshop, which I'll show where they go as we get to it. So the actual workshop itself, this is a sticker. This sign here is a sticker. This detail in here is a sticker. If I move this out of the way and lift the thing up to actually show you this detail on here, that is an all sticker. It's one sticker, mind. It's all one sticker, but it is a sticker. This feels a bit, I don't know, I wish they'd put one of those little clip pieces in here so that this clipped against the wall, just because it feels a little bit wobbly. But you've got the lamppost there, profile bricks, details, the door, which does slide, and it slides all the way off. There's nothing to stop it. Bit of an odd design choice, but there you go. It is what it is. But it does stop this way, so when you push it in, it does hit up against this down here, so it doesn't actually it doesn't actually slide all the way off that way. So that's cool. Looking at this side, these here are where you put the welding masks in this area here. If it will go on, there we go. And then this empty box here is where you put the shovel, the wrench, the broom, and then the fire extinguisher goes on one of these. I can't remember which way. Ah, yeah, the fire extinguisher goes over here on that jumper stud there. And then the welding kit goes there like that, I think. So if we move all this out of the way now, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take the camera out of the tripod to kind of give you more of a bird's eye view of this. So apologies for the thing here, but this actually all comes off. This whole thing comes off, and you can see the details in there. There's a coffee machine, which is very difficult to see actually at this angle, but if I try and lift it up a little bit, you can see there's a green coffee machine in there, a bin, rubbish bin, a pizza box, and then you've got some little cupboards and drawers and things. There's nothing in those. That computer screen is a printed piece, as well as the keyboard. To the left of that is a calendar. That is a sticker. The pizza box is also a printed piece. And that's really it for the details. I'll show you what it looks like this way around, so you can see the welding masks and things. So that's nice. But then it's kind of strange because this thing doesn't have a roof. But the way this works is you bring in this, which just rests on the top, and you can move and manipulate this as you like. I'm going to actually put the camera back in the tripod here. And you can move this about as you want and lower and raise this engine that you can swap out with this vehicle or whatever as you choose. As a play feature, I don't really like it, if I'm being totally honest. I wish this had got some sort of roof over this. I kind of get what they're doing, the fact that this moves around and stuff, and this also here is a sticker, this detailing. I think that's all the stickers. I think I've pointed them all out in the set, but yeah, a bit unfortunate that this is all open at the top. I don't know if you like it, that's fine, but yeah, like I say, you can roll this up. I don't know, I just don't like that play feature. Personally, it's not really my thing. I just wish they'd put a roof on this, but there you go. This is fine how it's open here. I just wish this had got a roof that you could take off or something. But that's that. I don't know whether I mentioned, but the treads tuning is a sticker. That's also a sticker. I can't remember whether I mentioned that or not. So yeah, that's the workshop. So lastly, we'll take a look at the figures. I've shown you everything else that's included in the set. So firstly, we'll take a look at the used car salesman. He comes with a mobile phone. It's just a standard one. It's not like one of the hidden side ones or anything. And he's got the one face, the single face there. He's got printing on his torso. I'm not sure whether it's new. It probably isn't. And just some crease detail of print on the back. So that is the used car salesman. One of the two named characters in the set is Hull Hubs, which is this character. He has, I believe this is new printing on the legs and on the torso. And on the back as well. He does have two faces. So he has this face and this face. I'll show you what that face looks like with his hair. So that's what that looks like. So he's cool. I like him. Mainly because he's got a bunch of new prints, including his head. I believe his head is a new face print. The second named character and the last named character is Tread Octane, who I believe this tuning workshop is his. It belongs to him. And he's got the kind of Frank Rock, Monster Fighters Frank Rock hairpiece there. His face is a new print, I believe. He does not have a second face. The print on his torso, now I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but he's wearing a necklace. And if you turn the figure this way, you can kind of see it kind of looks like the Mercedes logo on the necklace. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I can. I'm pretty sure that necklace detail was inspired by the Mercedes logo. Anyway, the details on the torso are new, I believe. And then on the back, I really like this kind of phoenix design that's on the back of the torso. Really, really cool. I like that a lot. Definitely my favourite figure from the set. Yeah, very nice. But he doesn't have any leg printing, so unfortunately. So that's him. We've got the tow truck driver, and he is very basic. He has a bandana, headpiece, whatever. He's got a mustache. I believe this is actually an old face print. And then this very generic mechanic kind of looking torso print and back print. So that's him. This, I believe, is a new figure as well. Well, a new torso print. And it's very nice. Subtle, but nice. Again, there's the back of her. Does she have a second face? No, she doesn't. So that is her one face. So that is what she looks like. And then we have this lady. Apart from these two, none of the others are named characters, so you can make up names for them. We've got the ponytail and hat piece in red and brown. She has a regular face, and then like face with some dirt or grease or something on it. There is her torso, no leg printing, and there is the back printing there for her. And then the last minifigure is this one, the lady that I'm assuming has come to buy one of the used cars. She just has this printing on her front and back, with a little bit of detail at the top of the torso there. This face, and she also has a reverse face with sunglasses. So that is her. So there you go. So that is the set in its entirety, everything. Absolutely everything. Now, I don't know. I was looking forward to this one, but I can't help but feel a little bit disappointed by it for a few reasons. One, I'm not very impressed with the amount of stickers that there are. For the price, this is about, I'm not entirely sure, it's just under 800 pieces, I think. It's 700 and something pieces. It doesn't actually say on the European boxes, so I'm not entirely sure. But it's 700 and something pieces, and it's £90 in the UK. £90, which is a lot for the size of set. So Lego has definitely gone up in price. That is certain. But I don't know, it's tricky because I was looking forward to it. The fact that this doesn't have like a roof to it is very strange. I don't know, it's a difficult one to recommend just because of the fact that the amount of parts that you get for the money. 7 minifigures plus the new, very nice bulldog piece, which is nice, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's difficult because it's a tough one to recommend, I must say. If you happen to like this set and think that this review has made you like it even more, then absolutely pick it up. But otherwise, what I would recommend is I would wait for it maybe to go on sale. Maybe get £10, $10 or so off of it. Even then, it's like an expensive set. So as it is, I probably don't recommend it, and I probably won't be picking up many more sets this year just because of the sheer price increase that they've put on the sets and CMFs and so on. So I really, I don't know, it's difficult to recommend, but certainly what I like for this set and that I'm pleased that I picked it up for is I really like the dog house and the bulldog. The figures are nice. I like the two named characters. They're very nice. Probably my favourite things here, build-wise, is probably this green car and the trailer and the smart car for the used cars. They're probably my favourite things here. Yeah, this actual thing was a little bit of a disappointment, unfortunately. But there you go. That's just me and my opinion. I really am sorry that this video has taken such a long time, and like I said, I had to do it live because I wanted to do this so in depth. Regarding this set, so you could get a good look at absolutely everything in it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's not been too long. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Let me know what you think of this set, and let me know what you think about the Lego price increases and so on. I think Lego's going down a bit of a dangerous path myself, but that's just me. So there you go. So like I say, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like it if you did. Thumbs down if you didn't. And if you do thumbs down, please comment and let me know what I can improve on. Maybe the length of the video, perhaps. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.